You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time. Traveler? Paimon?
Knight! Fancy meeting you here. We've actually been looking for you.
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you accepted a proposal from Elder Trinidad.
Oh, the, Turnfire Knight, you mean. You were still his first choice. It's just... Oh, jeez. It's not what it looks like, promise.
Chill, it's cool. I only mention it because there's something you should know. And I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely forthcoming with you. His true intention is to resolve the Mountain King problem once and for all.
Once and for all? You mean this'll be the last Turnfire Knight ever?
That's right. He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night Kingdom.
To the Night Kingdom? You mean...
To his death.
Whoa, are you serious right now? You shouldn't go blurting out accusations like that. It could get you in trouble.
Too blunt? Okay. I'll phrase it more gently. There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
But that's ridiculous. He told us the Mountain King is a living symbol of your tribe's glory.
And that glory comes at a price.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price. Ah, yes, and Nana wasn't the first.
She likely won't be the last to lose her life either.
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only...
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him entirely, and the damage is irreversible. That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. So, to look at it one way, once it's completely purged from his body, the Mountain King will finally be able to rest in peace. In past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance, to keep him alive, but also keep him asleep.
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to purge, but he did say there were some more details to go over before the ceremony.
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
If he really asks us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with Elder Trinidad? I'd like to make a deal with you.
What kind of deal?
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of other questions, but we can talk more later. Good. See you soon.
Ah, mighty Outlanders, you have returned. Did you have a good rest?
It was, pretty good, yeah.
Glad to hear it. Things are progressing very smoothly on my end. Many of the elders have heard of your heroic deeds, including the chief. They all speak very favorably of you. There are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by the bearer of the Malipo name. But they're just stuck in the past. We need to move with the times.
Plus, Kamish doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So, now, it's time for us to discuss the finer details of the ceremony. We covered the fire lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. The next part is the purification of the Mountain King. It's quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it plenty of times before, and it's always very routine. I'm sure you won't have any problems. One point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal energy as you possibly can. The more we dispel, the longer the Mountain King will remain asleep.
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the Flame Bearer has often been unable to dispel a sufficient amount of abyssal energy. That's the only reason why we have to perform the ceremony on a regular basis. But I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against the Abyss, and you seem to wield the sacred flame quite effortlessly yesterday. With your help, I'm optimistic. This time, we can dispel all the remaining abyssal energy from the Mountain King's body, freeing us from this ever-looming threat for many years to come.
Traveler?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? You clearly have a lot of confidence in yourself. That's all you really need to know. The ceremony's in 3 days. I'll come and fetch you when we're ready. In the meantime, feel free to take a look around our settlement. It would mean a lot to the elders if you got to know some of our people. And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few errands here and there, that would be even better.
So now we have extra errands to run? Maybe we should add a little extra to the price.
Haha, just a humble suggestion, that's all. It will help you gain the respect of our people, and as a mighty hero, I truly believe that's what you deserve. I'll be sticking around for the next few days, so if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Seems like Kanichi was right. We should go meet up with him right away. Emotional support is important.
Huh, you're here.
Kanichi, Elder Trinidad said that...
I can tell. It's written on your faces.
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your arrival. That should have been my duty as chief.
Hello, Chief Waina.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kanichi to invite you over for a quick chat. I believe Kanichi has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. Firstly, I fully endorse your appointment as flame bearers for the upcoming Turnfire Night. However, I would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King's safety. Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes, from Yupanqui the Firebringer to Burkina and the Mountain King who fought against the Abyss. This is our history and our heritage, the source of our pride and the center of our faith. To kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our spirit. I would never be able to face our ancestors in the Night Kingdom. Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. Nevertheless, I cannot allow any harm to come to the Mountain King. The very roots of our identity are at stake. My honored guests, please give this matter your serious consideration. Perhaps there is, but despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, we've not found it. Right now, I should like to hear where you stand on this matter. Though I sense that your mind is not yet made up, I'm still comforted by your words. There are 3 days left before the ceremony. I hope they will bring you clarity.
So, Kanichi, earlier you were saying that...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the tribe.
That works too. Paimon needs to get some air after this. Kanichi, Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the flame bearer this time, because it's a double-edged sword. The whole Mora thing was just a sneaky excuse.
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. To solve this exceptional problem, an exceptional price must be paid. I'm working on it.
Really? Well, come on then, let's hear it.
In a moment. Didn't you have a question you were about to ask me?
Oh, yeah. What was it again? Oh, right. We need to talk about How. He's completely unhinged.
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining, so I hired him a teacher.
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon would love to see him get scolded for bad behavior. Anyway, moving on. when we ran into a house, he said you two were investigating some abyss thing together. Is that related to the whole Mountain King situation?
Yes, that's the angle I've been working on. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the abyss too. One time I was pursuing some purple demonic dogs when I accidentally entered a hidden space. I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts, and there are many of them of all different sizes. That's where those purple dogs were coming from.
So,
if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside, he'd be able to continue living, but without posing a threat to the tribe.
whoa, that sounds kinda crazy. Would it really work?
It's not without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. For instance, for all we know, a prolonged period inside the rift could make the Mountain King's condition worse. Still, we desperately need something like this, even just as a temporary measure. You've seen the conflict the issue is causing in our tribe for yourselves, and believe me, it's been a long time coming. The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King alive, whatever happens.
I can understand. It's less about the Mountain King and more about preserving your culture and heritage.
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people like Elder Trinidad, who is more concerned about protecting the people he cares about now and into the future. And he has every right to take that view. It's one thing to try and preserve the last remnants of a glorious past, but making your kin pay the price for it? No one can seriously tell them that's a fair trade.
You're right. There's no easy answers here. Let's leave that to one side for a moment and assume we go with your plan. How do you actually intend to find one of these beastly rifts? Because at least in our experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to attack us, not the other way around.
I think I know a way. You have any better ideas?
Not at the moment, but it just feels like using the power of the Abyss for our own ends isn't gonna end well. After all, the Abyss is what turned the Mountain King into a monster in the first place. People are gonna think you've lost your marbles.
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. Everything in the world comes at a price. Even when Yupanqui, the Firebringer, stole the Turnfire, it cost him dearly. The Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought tensions within the tribe to a boiling point. Unless this gets resolved quickly, everyone will be stuck in a stalemate.
All right, so what's this deal you wanted to make with us? We're hardly experts on exploiting abyssal power.
All I need you to do is keep people away from me. I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the flame bearer. I can't afford to waste all my energy dealing with them. If you help me out, there'll be a gift for you in return.
Ooh, what kind of gift?
Something well worth your while, I'd say. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribe. That way, I won't have an endless stream of then, when the day of the ceremony comes.
Still sounds pretty crazy. Even for a daredevil like you, that's And even if it works, what if neither Chief Wyna nor Elder Trinidad are happy with it? Have you thought—
At least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue, leaving only me on the opposing side. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me. Can I take that to mean that we have a deal?
For sure. And who knows, maybe we'll come up with an even better solution to all of this in the next couple of days.
Great. Well, for the next couple of days, please spend some time among the tribe and lend a hand wherever you can. I'm sure everyone will be swept off their feet when they meet our new flame bearer. Good luck to us both.
for the day. Meet the tribespeople and take some heat off of Kenichi's back.
Huni, how can you call the Mountain King a monster?
Because he hurt a lot of people. And look what happened to Nana.
But it wasn't on purpose. The Mountain King is sick, that's all. He's been hurt by the abyss.
That's true. But the fact remains that he's now a threat to all of us.
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick? If you don't take back what you just said, I don't know if...
Toba, Huni...
Huni's saying nasty things about the Mountain King.
Once upon a time, maybe.
Yesterday, maybe, but not anymore.
Toba? Fine. I guess my dad is right. As of today, Oh, come on! Cut it out, you two! The Traveler is gonna be the flame...
What? Really?
So that's what my dad wanted to talk... To be fair, from what we saw the other day...
Wait, speaking of Kenich...
Oh yeah, good question. Is he not coming? We can get him to come, but if he catches you two...
No, we can't let that happen. I've never even spoken.
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. All I said was that the Mountain King has to... Yeah, if you weren't for... all right. Well, because it's the Traveler and Paimon, and Dad just really misses Nana. And I...
Huh? Oh. I shouldn't have spoken to you the way I did either. It wasn't very nice of me. For the Traveler and Paimon, Kenich, and for Nana. I'm sorry too, Huni.
That's more like it. Now you're best friends again. Guess so. Toba, if I ever... I'd better go buy some colored cloth. See you, Toba. See you, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay. I'll head home as well then. See you next time.
Okay, take care, you two. Even though they said they're sorry, it looks like their friendship isn't as strong as it was before. Let's just hope we can solve this once and for all. Come on, let's move on.
These clothes are the comfiest after all.
Huh? What's going on over there? Let's take a look. Hey there! What's happening here?
A rehearsal for the Turnfire Night dance.
Ooh, there's a dance involved? Paimon wants to...
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh? It's rare to see a new face around the tribe these days. I thought everyone would be keeping away.
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire Night, of course. The Mountain King could wake up at any time. That's why we're holding an emergency ceremony. This isn't one of those fun and games festivals. For outsiders, it might even be a little dangerous.
Well, did you know that the Flame Bearer this time is actually gonna be an outsider?
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. I would have loved to meet them in person. What? Oh, it's you? Man, oh man. Well, this is a nice surprise. It's funny. I was just thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new Flame Bearer since I'm not taking part this time around. Then suddenly, there you are. Must be my lucky day.
You're not taking part in the Turnfire Night? How come? You're not an outsider too, are you?
You must be joking. Watch this. Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better looking guys.
Oh, Ooh, very impressive.
Well, I feel like the question is, what are we gonna do about this in the long term? But our leaders don't have any answers for us. They're probably too busy fighting about it amongst themselves. The way things are going, it's only a matter of time before it gets violent. So I figured, you know what? Now's as good a time as any to get away for a little while.
You look a little disappointed.
Disappointed? Nah. It's a great opportunity to go see the world. As every male scion of the canopy knows, wherever you are and wherever you go, the only way is forwards. We take pride in that. I won't forget my roots. I managed to get in touch with the Saurian Relics Association. They gave me a simple test. Find a decent quality relic, and they'll make me a member.
What's the Saurian Relics Association?
You've never heard of it? It's a group of amateur history enthusiasts who do research on the ancient Saurian era. They're all about collecting relics and remnants from that age. Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard that his Saurian buddy comes from that time.
A how? A how's a relic from an ancient Saurian civilization?
Oh, yeah, him. So you know those two already, huh? Then, do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed a contract there. The association folks say that the kind of contract usually comes with a huge hidden cost.
Really? That sounds ominous.
Who knows? But if it's true, Kinich can probably handle it. He knows what he's doing with weighing up contracts and costs and stuff. I doubt he'd make a contract that doesn't benefit him. Strangely enough, I actually happened upon a strange mural a while back, and it looked to me like it was depicting a Saurian and a human involved in some kind of Saurian-era contract ritual.
Oh, does that count as a relic then?
You bet it does. I was all ready to go take a picture of it and use that as my entry ticket to the association. But after all the abyssal activity recently, I heard that area's been overrun by monsters. The best laid plans, huh? I'll just have to wait and see if things improve. Or... you look like you know your way around a fight. I don't suppose there's any chance you'd be able to help?
If all you need to get is a picture, that should be pretty achievable, right? The Traveler deals with monsters all the time. It's a piece of cake.
Wait, you're seriously gonna help me out?
Come on, it's no big deal. Compared to some of the things we've been roped into before, this is nothing.
Pyro Archon above, you two have hearts of gold, you know that? You're the kind of people who could dive into the Turnfire deep in the bowels of the Night Kingdom, and it wouldn't burn a single hair off your head. Of course it is. All right, come with me. I'll show you the way. There it is. It's inside these ruins. As you can see, the place is crawling with monsters.
Alrighty then. Stay back and take cover, Tiago. This could get dangerous. We'll take care of them.
Great minds think alike. I'm not about to cramp your style.
shattered.
That should be the last of them. It's a good thing Tiago had the sense. Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely looks like a mural. True. Now that you mention it, most ancient murals take up a whole huge wall. This looks more like someone with a paintbrush got bored and started doodling. It does match the story he told us, though. There's a Saurian and a human. So, is that supposed to be what an ancient contract ritual looked like? Whatever. We're not here to decipher it. Just photograph it. That's a wrap. Let's take it back to Tiago.
God protect us.
You've been robbed? Oh, Ponche. And I thought my luck was bad.
Oh, I put blood, sweat, and tears into that, and now I've got nothing to show for it. Some gap-toothed goon stole it from me.
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Yep, that's the one. Pyro Archon above, you two are superhumans. Hey, Ponche, come and say hi to these guys. They're gonna be the new flame bearers, and they're tough as nails.
Wait, are you the Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? You already know each other?
I don't think so.
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says you're crazy strong, super friendly, that you helped him out, and that you're gonna be our flame bearers this Turnfire night.
Oh, so you're Toba's uncle. Great to meet you, sir. Sounds like we managed to make a bit of a name for ourselves.
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two are honestly some of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. Everyone speaks incredibly highly of them. Seriously. If you're comfortable telling them about what happened, I guarantee you they'll sort it out in no time.
Really? All I want is to get the fruits of my labor back.
Allow me to explain. Ponche is a well-known scholar within our tribe, author of the widely acclaimed book, Yupanqui's Turnfire. Unfortunately, the book was stolen by a treasure hoarder a few hours ago.
I spent years of my life researching that book. I visited every last ruin, interviewed every descendant of every hero in our history. On the word Malipo alone, I covered at least 5 different interpretations of the meaning based on accounts from different villages.
It was an unparalleled masterpiece.
And now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during my morning walk. He snatched all of my belongings, including my entire manuscript.
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it. Look at him. Lost and listless. He's a shell of the man he was.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless old student. If only for Toba and Tiago's sake, please help me, I beg of you.
See what I mean, Ponche? Now you've run into these two, your luck's about to change, big time.
I don't know if he's still there, but come on, I'll take you. Hey! You thieving rat! Give me my things back!
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get shoved foot first into a tree hollow. Oh, what's this? Brought a little bodyguard with you, huh? All right, let's see what you've got. What's this? Eat dirt, suckers!
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down!
Stop, please! By all the warriors, heroes, gods, and kings, I can't run any longer! Please, I don't have your stuff anymore. Have mercy.
Oh yeah? Well, where is it then?
I threw it away.
You threw it away?
The old bum's bag didn't have a single mora in it. Just a tatty old book, worn out pens, and some old rags. All that time lying in wait was for nothing. I was so mad, I just threw all of it away.
Is that really the truth? Okay then, where did you throw it away?
The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon it's the truth. May all my worldly possessions be turned to ash by Turnfire if I'm lying.
Okay, that's a pretty strong oath. What do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the truth. Right, let's hope nobody gets to the book before we do. We'll never get it back then.
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Huitzatlan, it always comes with the more This holds true for all bearers of this ancient name, and this appears to suggest the existence of some higher power that is always watching the name bearer, examining their actions, and eventually demanding pay. You Ponky's Turnfire. Let me see, the author is... Ponche. Nice. A gentleman and a scholar.
Silence, book muncher. The great Kahula will suffer your droning voice no longer.
Do you truly find no joy at all in
Joy? What joy is there in this put?
Well, it makes a pretty shocking prediction. Every bearer of the ancient...
What? You're saying, when will that glorious day arrive?
Wow, you are just irredeemable.
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares you.
All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms to... But from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle, thus transcend... And you, great Now, let me
We're so sorry, Mr. Ponche, but we couldn't find your manuscript anywhere.
Does that mean all of my hard work was for nothing?
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost the...
The whole reason I worked so hard to get it well, not exactly.
Oh, really? So what did you find out in your research?
I think the key to all of this lies in the power...
Ponche, you know as well as anyone that ancient...
You're right, but Malipo may be a special case.
Yeah, I remember that story. Maybe you're the special case. Most kids stop believing it.
I'm not talking about childhood superstition.
Like what?
Like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. And the key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Mali. If you don't believe me, then answer.
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of...
So, I came to the conclusion that Mali, it began with the first Pyro Archon, fell with the Grand Alliance, then...
Hey. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
Kanich, what...
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick...
Kanich! I'm onto something!
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of...
I'll be there, Ponche. Let's go. Here will do. Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow.
Sounds like you're not considering...
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet.
Yet? Are you saying you think he might actually be onto something?
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the war 500 years ago. Burkina didn't fall to the abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him. Either way, I can believe the
How can you drop these truth bombs with such a...
This is what I've gleaned from my many The story Elder Trinidad told you was the Mountain King's mind isn't...
What? Then what...
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home. It's the only practical solution. The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object... Still, he's been the cause of multiple disasters.
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain. Can we follow...
Then let's break for the day. You're here. Very punctual.
Oh, so
The gruesome twosome come. Very well. The almighty...
Kanich, didn't you say you found him a teacher? He's...
Hey! No one gets to discipline the almighty...
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured
Is that a compliment?
Yeah. I see what I'm missing out on now.
Kanich! Ugh! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of... Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body!
Traveler, Paimon, let's get down to business. Once we've opened the
With pleasure. You don't need...
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but it'll also... The Rift Towns will tear through space to get to this. You'll find out soon enough. They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful.
Uh-oh. Are there even bigger ones on the way?
You see, Kinich? I'm a man of my word. In fact, I'd say I under-promised and over-delivered. Nifty little gizmo, isn't it?
I take it this is your true form?
Now that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. I made a promise to the great cliché, I know. The hero's trusted part.
Huh? Angel?
Huh? Huh? What are you two doing here?
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're looking for... but it looks like you've already met.
Yikes. Frosty reception.
Don't be ridiculous. Sounds like you've been
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing.
Sanka! Aha! So...
What does it matter? A name...
That would explain a lot. Why else would you show up...
I'll pass.
Wait. Of course. You're the one
Haven't I told you before? I spend my time digging for...
I investigated him. He's not connected to the recent... So, I struck a deal with him. He helps me summon a rift. I allow him to do some...
But that's all over. And now Kinich wants to hand me over to you. Well, I was hoping that would have given me some more time to study the great Kahula How. But now I've run into you, which is just my... Wait, does that count? Let me think.
How? You are the worst of the worst! Colluding with the Abyss Order again?
There is no betrayal. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula...
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha!
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been less than effective, Mr. Enjo.
What did you expect? Behavioral
The abysmal disorder would suit...
Traveler?
Hey now, I may be a lowly clerk, but don't... I could never beat you. Do me a favor, and remember how...
Darn! He got away again!
It's all right. He's not worth our time and energy. Besides, it seems like he's in debt to a lot...
If you say so. Still, Paimon's kinda surprised that you...
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Whether you call... Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. If you taste even the unripe fruit...
Huh. Well, in that specific sense, maybe Enjo's not...
Of course! Only the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, is rotten to...
Ugh. So what exactly are you anyway? You're definitely the evilest little thing Paimon's ever met.
Don't worry. He can't hurt a fly. You could say that.
Paimon heard that those kinds of contracts might come with a terrible cost attached. Is that true?
Such as a How watching me like a ravenous vulture?
Vulture? Vulture! We are the Dragon Supreme! Sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame!
Let's pick this up another time. You should go back and get some rest. Big day.
Oh, yeah. Hearing you lay it out like that is making Paimon a little nervous. For all the work we've put in.
Then it can't hurt to say this one more time. Good. See you tomorrow.
Ah, at long last, you're back. I hear you've done much for our people these last few days. Everyone has nothing but praise. Many young people have heard the rumors, too.
Well, they won't have to wait for... We really hope we can resolve the Mountain King situation quickly and smoothly. Seems like a lot of people have been worrying about it, huh?
Well, it's nearly time. So, if you're ready, then follow me to the ceremony site.
Off we go!
Here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived. I have heard much about your fine work over the past few days. I hope you'll allow us to thank you properly after tonight's ceremony.
Don't worry about it. Getting this huge venue ready must have been a huge task. No need to make extra work for yourselves on our account.
Oh, if it means getting the Mountain King issue resolved, no cost is too great to bear.
A resolution will come in due course, but every great fire starts as a tiny spark. We must take it one step at a time.
No one would disagree with you if that were possible, Chief, but it's been far too long since we've seen a real step forward. Look around you. Can't you see how our numbers have dwindled since the last Turnfire night?
The ceremony was arranged on short notice. Many are away from home.
That may be so.
Good evening, Traveler in Paimon.
Kanich! Not a moment too soon.
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute?
Very well, but make it quick.
Let's step to the side.
Yeah, Elder Trinidad did.
What a surprise! The fly.
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame... See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, go light... Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, like...
That sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, you have to keep moving forward, or it's seen as disrespect. I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a...
So that's our part. What about...
I'll be with you the whole way, and once you can leave that side of things to me. Just
Okay, we'll try to remember all that and get it right the first time.
ready when you are. But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Maybe you should just tell the chief when you're ready.
How are you doing? I'm counting on you. By past fuel and present my brothers and sisters,
Go get the sacred flame. Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Impressive. Just one more to go. Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead. Great. All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first. There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Woohoo! We've lit up the final altar! That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yumkasaurs from 500 years ago. He's very powerful.
Paimon can tell. He is huge. Let's tread carefully. We don't want to wake him up.
You've made it at last. You did even better than I... Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony.
There's no need this time.
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich, what is the meaning of this?
Is that a beastly rift?
Chief Wyna, Elder Trinidad, this is about to get a little dangerous.
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King issue.
You mean by having him torn to pieces?
No, stop! We can...
Foolish locust! Can't you see? We're trying.
But
I'm sorry, Chief Wyna and Elder Trinidad.
can you promise me that no...
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on. You must cleanse the Mountain King of every... Okay, I see what this is.
Ugh, you imbecile! What have you...
Oh no! The device is destroyed!
You forced my hand. I had no choice.
Elder Trinidad!
No! The Mountain King is waking up! He will cause
Everyone, out! Now!
Oh, it seems there's only... Take me, oh Mountain King! Take me as your
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand. Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. I can use those against him. Yeah, that's it! Locked up! Chip!
Shine down! got him cornered. Locked on. Target acquired.
What do we do? We can't open the rift!
Kill me! Put an end to Hoytzetland's shame!
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kongamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
Whew! Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh? What?
Traveler, you've come at just the right time. I have some good news for you. Trinidad's condition is stabilized. He's...
Guess that's the best news we could hope for. Paimon has to ask.
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown. He's fine. Don't worry. After the incident yesterday, it is somewhat akin to a scab. We've never seen anything like it. I think their theory makes sense.
Wow. So it's made a big...
It's practically a miracle from what we've...
Wow. That's amazing!
I know what you're thinking. The young people in the tribe are all... Because you and Kinich, you summoned the very flame that appeared, and that fire is what saved the Mountain King.
Oh, so that was the real turn?
I may be the chief of this tribe, but if anyone can answer it, I suspect it would...
Ah, so Kinich then. Why don't we go see how he's doing?
Hey yourselves.
We were gonna ask you the same question.
Sorry, I couldn't just stand and watch the Mountain King.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame?
The sacred flame only possesses a
Kinich, when you went into the flame
intending to
to,
sacrifice myself? Of course not. But now I'm curious.
well, because everyone's saying and Panche's theory was that summoning.
So you've heard that. I'm afraid I can't say for sure.
Well, even if you don't know, there's probably no one in the world who does.
What I would say is, if that really...
The Mountain King? Then,
The core meaning of price is not atonement. It's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King...
alright. So, how is the mountain?
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. But his attacks are gentler now and not as crazed. Yeah,
We dare say that Locust King has a its body remains fight.
But
That was merely one.
oh, come on! Stop being such a dude. That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us.
well, at least it means my fellow...
Yeah, that's right.
But he ended up being completely useless.
That's on him. It's not your fault.
Friends? But your friend... So, promise me. If you need anything... For you?
Yeah, everyone's happy.
Pony, it'll be okay.
Toba, you're my friend.
Huh?
Now hold your horses, kiddo. Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull. All right, I'll just get to the point.
What?
Your extreme...
Huh?
On my first day here, it's a dangerous sport to be...
Oh, such a nice friend.
Of course. Anyway, the good times didn't last, because in the hands of the enemy I was... Why does Uncle Sanka always have to suffer, I thought. So, but in the end, I made it through, and I left all of those pain...
The moral of the story is to look forward.
Very smart, Hoonie. What I'm trying to tell you, she's right behind you.
Another trick about not... Huh?
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for completing today.